Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Midas Vibes with me, Simon Tucker, and
J.R. Hartley.
It's by J.R. Hartley.
Anyway, welcome to the episode of Midas Vibes, where we have some very exciting news about a list you might not have, well, you might have heard of it, but you don't know who's on that list. It's the Brian Epstein list.
Yes.
Oh, no, sorry, the other one.
Hold your hand.
Yep.
No, not Brian.
No.
Paul Brian.
Yeah.
I don't know about Paul Brian, actually. I feel like, you know, I think the whole kind of leads into Jeffrey as well. It's like the modern era just kind of makes you second guess any kind of feeling you felt about someone from the past.
Yeah.
Because it's like Brian Epstein, he was, wasn't he? And
What?
yeah, apparently. But it's like, it's kind of, there's a bit of tragedy to his life. So he seems quite a tragic figure, I think, isn't he?
Mm.
And
well, he couldn't get John into bed.
Well, that's it.
That
is
is tragic.
Very much, but like, how much did he have to do with his ultimate suicide? And speaking of Jeffrey in particular, was it even a suicide? Looking at Jimi Hendrix, was it a suicide? You look at these figures. From
Jimi Hendrix wasn't a suicide. He choked on his own sick.
Or did he?
Did he? Talking of which,
he's free.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a weird one as well, isn't it? Like,
I don't know if he is free. He.
I don't know if he did anything that illegal.
No, but the two things that he's been found guilty of, potentially you could get 10 years each for him.
Yeah, but isn't that just the domestic abuse thing?
No, I don't even know. I mean, that's cut and dry. He did that. But this,
I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like him. I wouldn't have him round, for a sandwich.
Well, you say that, but I've seen you do your karaoke version of Mo Money, Mo Problems.
Well,
and it is amazing. I don't like the sort of the blacking up thing that you did, but I really, really did like the vocal style. It was very good.
I was trying to think of what Mace used to do. I was going to say, ha, 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 but he didn't do that, did he?
No. He's on that record, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is on that record.
Is he?
He's on, because that's the one with the Diana Ross
I think so.
sample in it, isn't it? Yeah.
What did Mace used to do? Because it's not, oh, because that's Nelly, isn't it? Mace used to have some kind of... Yeah, but he had like a little thing he used to do all the time, didn't he?
Mace.
Yeah.
I mean, if that thing that you're talking about is sleep with other black rappers, I think that...
All I can think about is just... Going back to Nile Rodgers.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me, actually, if Nile Rodgers played on that Diana Ross track. That was...
Almost.
We're going to look that up. We're going to look that up. We need to look that up. Did Nile Rodgers play on Diana Ross's...
which one is it?
I'm coming up. Yeah. It was written and produced by Chic members Bernard Edwards and Nile. It was written by...
Obviously. Like, now that you say it, it's like the most Nile Rodgers riff ever. Down, 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 down.
Oh, did he? I'm coming out.
Coming out. I'm coming out.
What a tune.
I want the world to know.
Do you think Nile Rodgers was on the Epstein list?
I hope so. No, I don't hope so. No, I don't know. Well, we will never know. That's the problem. I think that's the whole thing with Epstein. Like, I'm in the kind of, I don't know about you, but like, I'm in the kind of Tim Dillon ball camp with Epstein. Do you know his take on it?
No, what's that?
He's kind of just like, all anyone seems to want to talk about is Jeffrey Epstein for obvious reasons. But like, what new can you add? You know what I mean? Like, what can you say that's not been said a billion times on a billion different YouTube channels and Spotify podcasts and stuff?
Well, we could just make names up.
Well, that's it.
That's on the list.
That's what he says. With outside of just accusing random people or like making it up, like, what do you want to say about Epstein?
Well, I just want the truth. I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
I know I can't, and that's the thing. And apparently, no one can. Well, they've cut out. So I hear they've cut out. They. Who's they?
3
minute. Oh, I don't want to be tonight. This is the problem.
Yeah. I don't think it is. Are you going to say 3 minutes from the tape?
Yeah, they've cut 3 minutes from the tape.
Is it 3 or 1 minute? I thought it was 1 minute.
Let's have a little look here. I've got a feeling it's 3. How
many minutes? Oh,
just type in.
How many minutes are missing from the Epstein tape? Oh, I'm pretty certain it's
nearly 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Nearly 3. Ooh, damn. Nearly 3 minutes of a surveillance video of Jeffrey Epstein's prison wing is reportedly missing. Didn't they at one point have no footage?
Yeah.
So to discover that there's only 3 minutes missing, I'm not that. That's all right.
But didn't at one point they have the client list on on their desks, and then now they don't? I never said that.
Yeah. Oh, the secretary. She must have taken the. The cut footage in question was recorded the night Epstein, a convicted, died in August 2019. Wow, it was that long ago.
I know, it's
and we're
crazy,
still banging on about it.
Crazy, man.
His death was ruled an oof. Forensic experts made the discovery after reviewing the FBI's full raw surveillance.
Why would you use that term as well?
Why is it?
With Epstein files, it's full raw.
When did they make the discovery? That's what they're failing to say. Because that's the first thing they would have checked out, forensics, is the tape, because it's the only thing they had to go on.
But how did you not know it was missing as well? Like, if it was supposed to be from... And it was raw. If this tape is like recording from 10 in the morning, well, so midnight to midnight,
yeah,
and you get the tape and it's 3 minutes short of 24 hours, then you know it's missing 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like time code.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll get that directly from like the, I don't know, Windows Media Player or something. You know what I mean?
The Trump administration spoke about the footage last week.
Can you cancel it? It's just annoying me. It's really pop-ups like that. I don't know how you can live like that.
That's not going to be on there when you edit.
I know, but it just annoys me. I don't know how you can live like that.
Maybe I'm not alive.
Fair enough.
Maybe I'm AI.
Go on.
The Trump administration spoke about the footage last week by trying to negate rumors Epstein was murdered. However, the report has had the opposite effect. One clip was reduced from 4 hours 19 minutes long by 2 minutes and 53 seconds per the report. And the cut happened at 11:58 and 58 seconds, just before a 1 minute gap.
Yeah, so that's the gap that I've heard of. I mean, this is what's so annoying about like the modern era, not just Epstein. It's like every time you talk to somebody else, someone else has like a snippet of information that's like slightly expanded upon what you already... Because I thought when you said 3 minutes, I thought, no, it's only a minute. But now it's like, no, it's nearly 4 minutes. Yeah. And now it's like, now they're referring to the 1 minute that I know. I don't know, it's just... It's like, I think it's just psyop after psyop. I really do. I just think it's like, generate as much confusion as possible so that we just never get to the...
Absolutely, yeah. It's the baffle with bull theory, isn't it? So yeah. Who do you think's on it? Is this?
I wouldn't care to speculate. No, I mean, let's face it. It's going to be anyone that was prominent in art, media, politics, academia.
But by list, do they mean the flight logs,
which have already been released?
Which have already been, because that's the list, isn't it?
No, because this is what I mean. It's like the definitions of terms as well. And I think they say these things so they can kind of get out of jail free if it does. Because it's like the flight. Because when they said, "Oh, we got all these files we're going to release," remember they released them to all those like sort of like social media journalist types,
yeah.
And it was like everything we already knew already, so pointless.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I assume that they probably heavily hinting. I can't remember because who can remember what happened yesterday in the media world or in the news world? But I assume they were kind of heavily hinting after Trump signed the executive order. Was it by executive order that he had to release all of the Epstein stuff? I'm pretty certain it was.
I'm not sure.
I think it was executive order. So if that's the truth, like if that actually is executive order, then why haven't they released it?
I don't know, but he has said. Apparently, Trump has said today or yesterday. it's imperative that we release the relevant and true Epstein files. So anything that he deems to be relevant.
Because that's what I mean.
I don't imagine his name's going to appear on it.
No, I don't think so. Redacted. But it's like, I don't know how you can... Because it's surely that the first thing... Like, that's not a politician's answer, is it? Because politicians' answer is normally like cut and dry, and you can't, they don't say anything, or they try not to say anything that you can question in any way, or not question in certain. You know what I mean? It's one of those that they try and have those answers that are like multi-layered. You can interpret them different ways, and to say that is not clever, because, like you say, the first thing I think of, well, who determines what the truth is then, and what's valid? Because what's valid to someone that's on the list is to heavily redact it and make sure they don't get that out there. So I just think we're never going to know the truth on it.
Should we have a look let's have a look at some people that we know are definitely on the flight logs, and we can probably assume because...
But this is it as well, because it's like the flight logs are not the client list, because the client list is people that
had a massage.
Is it people? This is it as well.
I don't know.
Is it people
I think
that
it's the
he
same
worked for? Is that what people are so up in arms? Because, like I say, I'm with Tim Dillon on it. It's like Tim Dillon on it. It's like it's just confusion after layer of confusion and promise after promise, and we never said that when the promises don't come, to fruition or whatever.
This is from The Independent, so later on down here it's probably going to ask me to pay money, but I'm not going to. Okay, so, wow, they've really blown my mind with these ones.
Yep.
Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton. Can you believe that? Fantastic.
They are the ones that really scream out, don't they? Like Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew. But like looking at that, Leonardo DiCaprio, Al Gore, Hillary Clinton. There's people on there like Michael Jackson, Kevin Spacey. I think that, I don't know, but I do think as well, like, if coming at this from like a different angle, and to say like, if they wanted to give this weight, they would add on names of people that are already in that sort of rumor mill. Michael Jackson, obviously never proven, but heavily rumored to be on this side of the fence when it comes to exploiting certain people.
We got
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey here.
But he's back.
He's weirdly black.
Black?
I was talking about Michael Jackson. Kevin Spacey's weirdly back. I think 4 accusers. Out of the 4 accusers, 3 of them are dead. Amazing. How that all happened in short.
Yeah, which leads us back to the Clintons and like everyone. I'm not saying nothing because I don't want to get... But it's there's so many people on it that it's just like they've either fallen from grace.
How much damage do you think Stephen Hawking did to a couple of
well, I mean, that's it. Like, so I mean, the thing is as well is like it's plain to me as well that there are people that just got caught up in it accidentally. Do you know what I mean? That they were because like you say, what's Stephen Hawking's getting up to? Yeah.
Well, apparently, what I heard with Stephen Hawking, and I have it on good authority actually, is when he takes drugs. When he took drugs, he could walk, and his boner was.
That's who said that?
Just saying, it's just what I've heard.
Not speaking from personal experience.
No. This is just people who are associated with him. See, it means nothing, does it? If I walked past him, am I associated with him?
Well, the thing is it's like you look at the type of people and you think, how did he rise and get that kind of access to these people? Even if it's like legitimate. Like even if I'm not saying it was or is, but like, even if it was legitimate, how did he get that kind of access that quickly as well? From being completely obscured to being like ridiculously filthy rich to then having the kind of access that he had even before Clinton and all that.
My idea is that he ran a ring. He was already quite a fay with a camera. and maybe some of these people were underage. Maybe some of these people got caught on camera. Maybe some of these people were now in his pocket for the rest of their lives. Give me some more money. Keep extorting. That's how I think he did it. Master plan.
Well, I mean, he found, if it was purely by chance, he found the perfect partner in crime.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the daughter of, pretty much confirmed secret agent spy that was like doing honey traps and stuff.
Mm.
And then he happens to be, heavily suspected of honey trapping, the biggest politicians in the world, the biggest actors, the biggest, whatever in the world, scientists, academics, whatever. So this is the problem, is it's all too convenient, isn't it? It's all so convenient that, like, he's just a weirdo, like, I mean, this is going off, what Trump said last week or whenever it was, where he's like, why are you still talking about him? It's like, well, we'll get onto that. Like, why are we still talking about him? But, like, it's because he's not just some weirdo.
Mm.
Like, it's not, there's plenty of those weirdos in the world. And if I had my way, they wouldn't be in the world anymore. But it's more like, this isn't just a casual, like, flippant, not that they are flippant crimes, but, this isn't just the sort of run-of-the-mill criminal that's doing this horrible stuff. It is on an industrial scale, but that isn't even the thing that's, like, the most shocking, is it? It's like his crimes are bad enough and, like, detestful enough, and he just the worst person in history. But it's the added layer of the fact that it's all of these famous people that he knows, and then it's all of these powerful people that he knows, and it's like they are all clearly in cahoots. And there's loads of photos with him. There's loads of, like, anecdotal comments on meetings and things, and the fact that, even after he was arrested, he's having meetings with people like Bill Gates and things like that. Like, you can't not be interested in, and you can't not want to know what's going on.
No. But, there's the other layer to it, which is, or the other theory to it, which is Epstein himself was an agent. Therefore, he was able to gather up a load of this stuff. And then we already know that how the entertainment world is controlled and how they can push certain messages out through artists and media personalities and things like that. Now, if you've got something on it, they will continue to be your puppet for, well, forever.
We've really got to look at Beyonce in the last election, and named in all of the flight logs and stuff, and then immediately goes and endorses Kamala Harris and does a load of work for like loads of money. Is it?
Well, this is it. So it could be on, these are the reasons that they're done. Let's get some more blackmail material, and you will work for us and you will push our message, and that's it. Because all these people, or the majority of them, there's a couple of solicitors and lawyers in there and things like this, but they're all media.
Yeah,
and they're all so.
Well, it's not just media. Like I say, it's not just media. You do the really weird one is scientists and, like, academics. They're people that are controlling the future.
That's how COVID happened.
Well, yeah, probably. But it's like,
push that narrative.
So he's at least having dealings with people that control the present.
Yeah,
but is also mindful of people that are controlling potential paths for humanity in the future.
Well, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Marvin Minsky, artificial intelligence pioneer.
So, I mean, it's so...
Oh, George Lucas.
And
now,
look at what he's done to his own legacy since, well, pretty much the same time as all this was developing, probably just before all of this kind of dropped. But it's just like, look what he's kind of, implicated. And I think that's again the problem. You got, like, RFK, what I mean, part of the establishment now, and rose up with Trump and was against him, clearly couldn't win, so joined him, and now they're in cahoots with each other, working in a government that is now being accused of, at the very least, covering this up.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's the very famous Virginia Jeffrey, now dead. Strange that she was the main. She was the main accuser. Dead.
Aren't they accusing her? Well, not accusing. Aren't they saying that she was in an abusive relationship as well? So that's why she killed herself.
Oh, she didn't kill herself.
Well, there's that. But she was. It's weird how she's in a car accident and then I don't know. The problem is it's just all incredibly sad.
Mm.
You know, it's like I just think we're never going to know the truth. I don't think there was ever any hope of knowing the truth. It doesn't matter who was in power. It obviously, I mean, it's becoming a cliche to say, but there's obviously so many powerful people in, cahoots or incriminated or, just put in an awkward place, even if they didn't actually do anything. But like, if you're on those lists, you're never going to be able to not be absolutely just detested in public. So, by in the court of public opinion. So it's kind of like, in some ways I can see there's probably merit in covering it up to save people that are probably innocent. I don't know what the client list is.
No.
I don't know what that we're defining that is, but it just seems to me we're never going to know the truth about anything. There are probably going to be people in these lists that are completely innocent. And so you could say that, they're just protecting the innocent and all that by not releasing all this stuff. I don't really buy that all that much. But I'm in that Tim Dillon position of we're never going to know the truth. You know more than you probably thought you would ever know about it, and you probably ever intended to know more about it. But also, I would say even if you knew the truth, and even if what they've said is the whole truth, you'll never believe it. You'll never believe that's it.
No.
You know what I mean? Even if they could, and I don't know how they could, but even if they could completely tell you the truth and be completely honest and give you everything, the first thing you would think of, where's the rest of it?
Yeah.
What aren't you telling me?
Yeah.
Why is this redacted? Why is that missing? You're never going to know the truth, and even if you did, you'd never accept it. It's got to that point now, you'd never accept the truth. Because he could well have killed himself in the jail cell. I don't believe he did, but he could well have done. This could be all there is. He could not. Maybe he didn't have all the access that we're saying he did, or didn't, or could have, or, had. I just think this is getting silly to the point where you'll never convince some people. You'll never walk people back from this edge. This has destroyed people's belief in so many different things over the last 10 years. To the point where I think that people did think Trump was going to be the shining light that's going to shine light on all things. And, people were going to walk out of the, Senate building in handcuffs and all that, and walk out of Hollywood sets in handcuffs and stuff. And I think what's really, the big learning curve from this is it's just like, we're never, some things you're just never going to know the truth on.
Yeah.
Some things you aren't ever going to see people go to prison for.
Well,
it's just a sad world.
It's going to be very much like the JFK thing.
Yeah.
They've released, I believe, a different angle of it. They've released
the AI version of it.
The AI
thing. It all up.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was shooting something behind him or whatever.
Yeah. Because AI, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But they've released a new angle. They've released a load of files, and yet no one's any clearer as to what actually happened.
Yep.
And that's what's going to happen here is...
By the time they release all of it...
Which they never will.
If they do...
Yeah.
Well, like I say, they never really. I mean, look at JFK; they haven't released all of that. But what I mean is by the time things get released, we'll be dead.
Mhm.
Our kids will probably be dead. Anyone that can be implicated in it is probably going to be dead. Their grandkids will probably be dead. There'll be an interesting, if there are still books in 500 years or whatever, there may be an interesting paragraph
Mhm.
about who was implicated and what they did in their life afterwards and all that kind of stuff. And, wouldn't it have been interesting if the people at the time would have known? But it's going to be a footnote in history.
One thing's for sure, though.
What's that?
Kevin Spacey will still be out there in 500 years,
Oh, yeah.
fluking his way through life. He's someone who's risen, even after all that.
Yeah, he's come back from complete, banishment, isn't he? Completely. Apart from those weird videos he did with that bloke, do you remember those? Was it during COVID where he was just sat on a bench? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What was that all about?
I don't know. But I honestly believe that man now, because he went on to do West End stuff and that, didn't he, as well? Some more West End stuff. What was that?
I think so.
Can't remember what that was called. But
Back to the Future.
It did begin with a B, but I can't remember. But I honestly think he could hire out a theatre in the West End, the man on stage with cameras, then live stream, tell people the next day he didn't, and it was a piece of art. It was just art.
Yep. And
they'll go, okay,
yep,
that's good. Yeah, you deserve a prize.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just this is modernity, mate. This is what it is. This is the modern world. This is the modern world. And I honestly think we're going to get to a point. We were talking about it before the podcast. I honestly think we're going to get to a point where people are just so sick and tired of hearing about nonsense like
this podcast.
But no, we had it on our desk. But I didn't really say that. I didn't really mean that. We were going to release it all.
Yeah.
But now we're not. And we're just going to kind of go, it was. And you can trust us because we're the ones that said it wasn't to begin with.
Yeah.
And why are you going on about that when we've got so many other things to talk about? It's just really taking the shine off Trump. And I think what's been really surprising is that everyone that was really bigging him up for the last 10 years is slagging him off on YouTube, Spotify and all that. That it seems like they've kind of got permission.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some accounts that are so big on YouTube, political accounts. They're so big that it's kind of they are wings of propaganda, players in Israel, America, wherever. They're almost certainly being backed by them, and there's a big bit of a conspiracy theorist angle, but it's they're so big and they put out so much content and they don't seem to worry about money or anything, and they can't be making that much money in order to be having such big operations that they have and all that kind of thing. It just seems like they've got permission to slag it off. So it feels like if this was a psyop, they've now got a counter psyop going on. And it just seems to be it's constantly just feeding out different things. Keep thinking over here. Then you've thought that way. Now we're going to make you think over here.
Yeah,
and that's the whole point of it. Is just to constantly make you go, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I want to know. I'm going to get obsessed with this and watch 100,000 hours on YouTube by loads of different pundits, and then when the wind blows or when the switch flips, I'll do all of that. You know what I mean? It's just such a shame because it just feels like there's never going to be those conclusions that you thought there would be. I think when people the hope of Trump coming in was that he would make America great again, and they would have, manufacturing come back, and they would have jobs, and they would have communities come back, and all that, and America would be great. Well, obviously, I don't think you can really put all your bets on that, because that's a kind of revolution that has to happen inside your head as well, and you have to become something different. But this kind of thing is the cracks appearing.
Well, the cracks are appearing in as much as, don't worry, Trump, I've got your back. The cracks are appearing in as much as he promised lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff.
Mhm.
Now they say that for every like leader that goes into power, it takes 4 years to turn these things around. He's done. There are going to be things that fail, but he's also done a hell of a lot of good.
Yeah.
And you remember, this is his second term. Sorry, the last time he was president. So this is the second time around. When he was in before, he also changed things around. It just wasn't, there wasn't enough time to do everything. So that and stuff, and that left a legacy as such already with things like medical, and Medicare,
Medicaid.
insurance wise,
Oh,
all that kind of thing. So there were good things that were going to, they're not going to be able to nail absolutely everything that they promise. That's throughout history with everyone.
No,
So the cracks that are appearing are these, there are certain bits, but there are reasons as to why can't release the list. There's going to be issue of suddenly Elon Musk's gone off on one and all this. Yeah. Well, maybe that's more to do with him. But I would say the overall, who's going to put themselves in this anyway? Who's going, like, if you are on those lists, for instance, you're not going to go, oh, and I was too. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I don't see there are any cracks. He's doing the right thing, in my opinion, as far as I know, with the things like immigration, which is what he set out to do. The Mexico border is still patrolled. I can't see what he's actually failed on.
Well, I'm not really. I don't really care about Trump.
No, not at all.
I don't really care about American.
But I'm saying,
much, but
yeah, but I get the view is out. The view out there is that there are things. It's turned around. It's turned, and I'm thinking, yeah, because maybe other people are being bought off, so now they can do the whole slagging off thing.
Yeah,
it's not what they wanted.
Maybe. I just think there's no way you can't criticize how they've handled the Epstein thing in the last month.
It's ridiculous.
It's been handled poorly. At best, it's been handled poorly. At worst, they're covering up.
Yeah,
and so there's no. And the thing is it's an incredibly public failure as well. Like whether you're a hardcore Trumper or someone that just kind of generically wants him to do well, just want him to do well, or why you would want them to fail. I don't understand, because if you're an American, you don't want your country to fail. Surely.
Absolutely.
But it's very much, it's not been handled very well. And the only thing that really concerns me is that I think a lot of people in the States have a high expectation that he will do things that he possibly can't do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they want him to do things that he probably didn't exactly promise, but kind of used to whip up energy behind his campaign and stuff, like every politician does, left, right, center, up, down, pink, blue, whatever. They all make promises that they either can't fulfill or won't fulfill, and there's varying degrees. I'm not accusing Trump of doing that necessarily, but like you say, when things change in the way that the winds of politics blow, obviously public perception changes, but I just think all this really proves is it's just a dark world.
It's a very dark world. But I think the biggest problem with it is all the promises that have been made, people want them to happen overnight.
Yeah.
And we don't know. He's not going to come out. I mean, maybe Trump would, because he does say some mad stuff, but he's unlikely to come out and say, listen, I will be releasing all this, but there's a few things we need to do first. He's already said it at the beginning. It's going to be looked into and we will be releasing stuff. But we're all going, well, come on then. Jesus Christ, you've been in 200 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. But the thing is I think he did sign executive orders that say they need to release everything. And the team that he put in place were very much gung-ho on people are going to get marched out in handcuffs. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what I'm saying. They built that up so much that my real fear is that people will lose all kind of hope, and like you say, they expect it to happen yesterday, and why isn't it happening? Why is it not happening? And people are obsessed with this kind of thing, and that's the kind of thing that can turn people crazy.
I mean, I would say that one of the,
that's just that's the point.
No, absolutely. I think that, a reason that it's not happened yet as well. If it is going to happen, this is again all theory because I have no idea. Yeah. I've got no association with Trump. I like him on certain days. I don't like him on other days. If he ran in and went, right, this guy's on the list, ideal. We're going to go bring Kevin Spacey out in handcuffs. How many people are going to run? How many people are going to strike over deals, plea bargains, all this kind of... How many people are going to be basically going, oh shit, I'm on the list too. And you can't arrest... I don't know how many people are on the list. Say it's 100 there. Say it's 100.
Well, you could if they were criminals, if you had evidence.
But you're going to go, 100. Right. All set your watches, guys.
Well, of course they could do that.
12 o'clock. It ain't going to happen.
Of course they could do that.
It ain't going to happen.
Of course they could do that.
But it's not going to happen. People are going to be in different places, different parts of the thing working. Oh.
Joined by the Dudley cat.
I don't even have a cat.
No, neither do I. Trump. CIA.
Yeah,
but no, sorry, I think the point. Of course, I think they could do that. They could, if they wanted to, they could do sting operations where they arrest thousands of people. So I think they could do that. I don't think that's outside of the realm of possibility. What I do think is, you said it yourself in there, is that they kind of went, do we arrest all these people, or do we take what we've got and use it for our own benefit?
Mm-hmm.
So now that they own the blackmail, they can do what they. And I think that probably happened with Biden. I think Biden probably was like, I've got all of this. I'm going to use this. Not him personally, but his administration or the FBI at the time, whoever, were like, now that we've got this, we can keep that on the back burner, and that person's now in our pocket. And again, it just goes back to what I'm saying. I just think it's a dark world. Like it comes down to the human suffering of those girls or boys or whatever it was that were the victims of Epstein and everyone that did all that horrible stuff. And, that woman, the whistleblower who is no longer with us, it just comes I think we get wrapped up in the punish them, and we forget, actually there's actually human suffering behind that. And then to see the most powerful man in the world be so flippant about, dismissing it, is just he used it to stoke up a base and run and win. Not the only thing. I mean, getting shot was probably a big thing as well. Probably didn't do him any harm. And like I say, I'm not pro or anti-Trump. I don't really care. It's not anything to do with us, really, is it? We're in the UK. But it's more. It's not a nice message when we could do with some nice messages in a world that's spiraling into World War III. There's constant death and destruction around us and human suffering, and it's just not a good look for anybody, apart from Dudley.
Well, I don't. Does this sound harsh to say, but I don't see any around me.
What?
Suffering.
Well, the people in the Epstein, on the other end of Epstein, suffered probably.
Don't think they existed.
What, the girls and boys in the videos and stuff?
What videos?
All the stuff that he supposedly shot and that they have.
I've never seen any.
No.
I'm not sure it even exists anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like that goes back to what was at the beginning. It's just meant to
baffle
seeds and baffle and just destroy you and make you constantly question something else while they do something else.
It's true, but like you say, the world is dark. This is true. But you just look after your own bubble, don't you?
Of course. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's like, it's just a dark, horrible world. And people are so obsessed with this, and they'll never know the truth. I don't think, even if, again, I'll say it again, even if you knew the truth, even if they told you the truth, you'd never accept it. It's the same thing with Pizzagate.
Yeah.
Like, you'll never talk those people down.
That's popped up again, actually.
Like, yeah, I saw something the other day.
Yeah.
It's like flat Earth. You'll never talk those people back. Like, they'll never come back. They'll come back on their own, possibly, or maybe they're even, thinking and telling the truth. Who the f knows?
Well, on a side note with flat Earth, which I know nothing about really,
No, do I?
but
Still don't get it.
well, no, this is the point I was going to make, was not one person I know, and comment section, no one's told me why they would be lying about it.
Or why they would lie in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. So
I don't get what the difference is.
The Earth's flat. No, it's round. No, it's flat. Okay. Why? Yeah. Why are they lying? What are they doing?
It really doesn't bother me all that much if it is. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it'd be amazing to think America's just around the corner,
exactly,
or something. Or just,
I would literally be there all the time.
Yeah.
Why would you stay anywhere? That's what I mean. The whole thing that I've seen people say about flat Earth is like the Eddie Bravo thing of like, oh, what? We're on a ball? Just stay there. Don't go anywhere. I say, well, if it was flat and everything was close, I would be everywhere all the time. I would never be at home. Why would you stay at home? Why wouldn't you just go? So I can get it from that point of view. They would tell you it's round to keep you separated.
Yeah.
But I don't get how living on a ball is more controllable than a flat surface. I just don't get it. Like, I don't give a shit about how they try to, like, tell the science behind it. I really don't give a shit.
No.
Like, that really doesn't bother me.
No.
But it's like, you look at, like, conspiracy theories, and not all the time, but, like, sometimes in, like, what does this person get out of this? Like Gulf of Tonkin, well, they wanted to go to war, so they killed a bunch of their own people and said it was, whatever. You could say Pearl Harbor was a bit of or 9/11. You can see, well, they wanted to go to war, they wanted a regime change, or they wanted to do this. There's obviously something, you can see the logical thread. But with things like mud flood, I still don't really get mud flood, but it's something to do with destroying an old empire to replace it with a new empire, or like a new world order. But I'm just like, but why would they say that empire didn't exist when we know about the Romans and how they went, their time, and how they rose and maintained and then collapsed? And we know about the British Empire, and we know about the American Empire, and we know about the rise of China, and we can see, like, history teaches and tells us that empires rise and fall. So why would they do all of this to is it Tartarians?
I don't know. Doug was trying to explain it once.
Again.
I understood it at the time, Doug, but the knowledge is lost on me now.
Yeah, I just don't get why they would cover it up. Because it's such, if they were if they were able to destroy this empire by causing a giant flood of mud, why they would use mud, again, I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of, I've never looked into it because I've always just thought, what a monumental waste of time. But again, comment section, tell me, no, prove me wrong. But it's like, why would they cover it up? Why wouldn't they be like, we are we did that? Like, the Huns and Genghis Khan, they didn't go, don't tell anyone we did that. They were like, tell everyone, because we're...
and double the numbers up as well.
Yeah, like, tell everyone. So why would anybody that crushed an empire go, don't tell anyone? Because surely that's about establishing yourself. I don't know.
I mean, there's also, so just going back to the flat Earth thing, and my very basic knowledge, but if every other planet, no one's claiming any other planet is flat, are they?
I don't know the ins and outs, but I don't think they think there are other planets. I'm not sure. That might be the other people, the space is fake people.
Right, okay.
Where they think that, like,
yeah.
Space is, again, it's kind of like, logically, you think, like, why would they make that up? But also,
the moon thing was disproved. No, the moon thing was disproved.
What's that? It's made of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I know that.
Well, the moon landing.
No, the moon's made of cheese.
Oh.
The Earth being flat isn't beyond the realms of possibility if the moon is made of cheese. But then the people who don't believe in the moon, the other people who don't believe that the moon exists, don't believe in that cheese moon or any type of moon,
which is ridiculous.
which is, yeah, it's just stupid.
But again, it's just one of those. It's never meant to end. There's a new one every day, you know. And if there isn't one, they'll just make a scandal up about someone, and then that's the thing that we think. You know, Russell Brand, again, allegedly
Made of cheese.
And some people didn't like the taste of the cheese, so no, you know,
It's when that cheese forced itself into people.
the cheese grater.
Yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whether that happened or not, it's like that was flavor of the day, really, because that kind of story just kind of disappeared, didn't it? But then it's like Andrew Tate, great, get him out, you know, talk nonsense about him. And then when we moved on from there, back to Epstein, and then we moved on from there, it's Trump did this today, and then when we moved on from there, Starmer's terrible, and then it's like, oh, Farage is coming, and it's like, we just live in a world where it's like, shiny, oh, you pissed, shiny, oh, let's run again, and it's just like, oh. It's that, going back to what we said in another podcast, it's just quantity over quality, and just constantly look at me, now look at this, now look at this one, now look back at me. No, you know, it's, what's it called, where the cups, it's just that with attention, you know, follow the Lucy or whatever it's called, you know. It's just boring. And so I genuinely think, to bring it to a close, because God knows how long we've been going on already, I just genuinely think that we're going to get to that dead internet theory of like people just stop going on the internet, stop using their phones, and they just turn it all off. And I think maybe that's the point. I think that's why the information overload causes a load of anxiety and depression and division, so that they can turn around and go, do you know what? Time to unplug the machine.
Yeah, but then, excuse me. You again, that's about looking after your bubble. Anyone can do this.
Yep.
Go a week without your phone, or not without your phone, but go a week without looking at any internet at all, any news, anything like that. There's a website called the Good News Network.
Yep.
Get yourself on that, or don't even look at that. Look at nothing.
Yeah.
Read a book or something.
Do something boring.
Yeah.
Read a book.
Yeah.
Learn something. Ugh, boring.
Ugh.
No, I that's what I mean. I think it's going to get to that point where people are just like, I'm so sick of this. I don't want to be like my dad, who's like me and you, like talking nonsense on podcasts, or getting so irate about the news like our dads used to, or, you know, getting so bent out of shape about so-and-so, you know, a news story that's happening 100 miles away or 100,000 miles away, whatever it is, or, you know, getting so consumed by things that really, in the grand scheme of things, probably do matter on like a global sense and global level, but to me and you in our average day lives is a cop-out comment. But it's like, maybe sometimes you just got to go, for my own sanity and the sake of relationships I have with the people around me, I just need to stop paying attention to this for like a week or a month or a year, like you say, because it's just not good for you. Like I keep saying about the Epstein stuff, it's a dark, dark world that you're never going to get to the bottom of. And even if they told you the truth, you'd never believe it or accept it. And sometimes you just got to go, oh, let's play a video game from 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Or let's watch a film that I loved when I was a kid. Or, you know, let's just get away from all this negativity, propaganda, bullshit nonsense.
Absolutely. Put on your favourite Gary Glitter record.
Yeah.
Right then. So, in conclusion,
it's a very, very mad world.
it is that. Well, there you go. If you like what you heard, or you didn't like what you heard,
let us know in the comments.
Let us know. I'm sure you will.
Definitely, if you didn't like
it. We're on everywhere, aren't we? So Spotify, Apple,
Audible, Apple Podcasts, yeah.
Bean.
So,
what's that? Podbean.
But
is that where we host it?
That's where we host it. That's our RSS feed. And there's a player on there. But we're literally anywhere that you find your pods. So if you're just listening, you can watch us as well on YouTube, on the Midas Vibes YouTube channel, which is actually at time of recording we haven't sorted out, but we'll get around to that soon.
That's it.
But if you're just listening and you want to see what we look like, you can find me on my YouTube channel, which is Coxie's Making Videos. I normally do stuff on film, TV, media, that kind of thing. And you can find Simon on his YouTube channel, which is...
This opinion is mine, not yours. And on there, I usually wear a mask. But I'm not going to anymore. I did some lives the other day. It was an interesting...
Yeah, I joined in on one.
Yeah, you did.
It was fun.
It was good fun, wasn't it?
But again, if you're just watching on YouTube and you just want to listen to us, you can also do that. So, we are wherever you find your pods, however you want to, if you want to watch or just listen, wherever you want to find us, we're going to be there. Just look for the branding, look for Midas Vibes, and we'll be back in a week.
Hell to the yeah.
All right. Next time.